King Charles III, the man who waited 70 years to become king. In this video, we will reveal the secrets behind the reasons why King Charles III remains the oldest monarch ever to ascend the British throne. Let's dive in. Imagine knowing your entire life that you were born to be king, but waiting over 70 years before finally wearing the crown. While most people retire in their 60s, King Charles III began the biggest role of his life at age 73, making him the oldest monarch ever to ascend the British throne. His journey was shaped by tradition, tragedy, patience, public criticism, and an unbreakable sense of duty. This is the story of King Charles III, the prince who waited longer than any heir in history and the moment that finally made him king. Birth of the most patient king. Charles Philip Arthur George was born on November 14, 1948, at Buckingham Palace. From the moment he arrived, history was already written for him. He was the first child of Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. At just 3 years old, his mother became Queen Elizabeth II, instantly making young Charles the heir to the British throne. But royal life was not an easy childhood. Charles grew up under the weight of tradition, strict discipline, and emotional distance. He was sensitive, artistic, and thoughtful, very different from the tough, confident image expected of future kings at the time. He attended elite schools, including Gordonstoun in Scotland, which he later described as extremely challenging. Yet those years helped shape his resilience. Unlike previous heirs, Charles went on to attend Cambridge University, becoming the first heir to the throne to earn a university degree. He studied history, archaeology, and anthropology, subjects that would later influence his worldview. Even as a young man, Charles knew one thing clearly: his life was not his own. He was preparing for a crown that could only come after his mother's death. The longest wait in royal history. Queen Elizabeth II reigned for 70 years, the longest reign of any British monarch, and during that entire time, Charles waited. He became the longest-serving Prince of Wales in history, holding the title for over 64 years. Rather than sit idle, Charles created purpose in waiting. In 1976, he founded the Prince's Trust, an organization that helped young people start businesses, learn skills, and rebuild their lives. Millions benefited worldwide. He also became a strong advocate for environmental protection, climate change awareness, sustainable farming, architecture, and heritage preservation. Long before these issues were popular, Charles spoke about them, often facing criticism for being too outspoken for a royal. Meanwhile, his personal life unfolded under intense public scrutiny. His marriage to Princess Diana in 1981 captured the world's attention. But behind the fairy tale image was a troubled relationship that ended in divorce. Diana's tragic death in 1997 deeply affected public opinion of Charles and the monarchy itself. For years, his reputation suffered. Yet Charles remained patient, continuing his duties, supporting his sons William and Harry, and standing quietly behind the Queen. Decade after decade passed. The crown remained just out of reach, from prince to king. On September 8, 2022, history changed forever. Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully at age 96. In that exact moment, without ceremony or delay, Charles became King Charles III. After waiting over 70 years, the longest wait of any heir in British history, his destiny finally arrived. In his first address as king, Charles spoke not with celebration, but with humility, gratitude, and respect for his mother's legacy. He promised to serve with loyalty, to uphold constitutional duty, to modernize the monarchy while protecting its traditions. At 73 years old, King Charles III faced challenges unlike any monarch before him: a changing public opinion, calls to reform the monarchy, economic pressures, climate responsibility, a digital, globalized world. Yet his decades of preparation had shaped him. He was no inexperienced ruler. He was a king forged by patience. King Charles III is not a copy of his mother, and he never tried to be. While Queen Elizabeth II represented stability and silence, Charles represents conversation, concern, and conscience. His reign focuses on environmental leadership, social responsibility, interfaith unity, a slimmed-down modern monarchy. Despite criticism over the years, his long wait allowed him to understand the monarchy from every angle: public, private, and political. Few leaders enter power so late in life, and fewer still enter it so prepared. King Charles III's story is not about power gained quickly. It is about duty without reward, patience without guarantee, and service without applause. For over 70 years, he stood in the shadow of history, waiting, learning, evolving, and when the moment finally came, he stepped forward, not as a prince who waited too long, but as a king who waited long enough. Did you learn something today? If you do, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful stories of leadership, legacy, and history. See you in the next one.